So Andrew got arrested today, and what a surprise, he's already been released. Why would he already be released? He was arrested this morning, so all the investigations, years of allegations against Andrew that go back as far as the 80s, have all been solved in one day of speaking to him. And all these people that are online talking about, it's just terrible that he was arrested on his birthday. What do they mean? It was terrible that he was arrested on his birthday. And of course, it's business as usual for the royals, you know. Charles and Camilla are out doing their usual, just carry on. Let's not, let's just pretend this isn't happening as usual. This is a joke. And all these people that are saying that Andrew's some kind of scapegoat, in what way is he a scapegoat? A scapegoat for what? He did all of this himself. And Sarah Ferguson has fled the country. She's in the United Emirates. Why has she even been allowed to leave the country? Why isn't she being questioned? Why aren't they all being questioned? It's just a joke. And what's worse is these people that are defending this continuously, defending it. There's allegations coming out about abuse, torture, and allegedly maybe even murder. There's headlines today about Andrew being involved in watching a girl, I don't know, it doesn't say about age, just a girl being electrocuted. And he was observing this, and apparently it was being carried out by Ghislaine Maxwell. I mean, I'm really, really tired of the apologists for these people. I'm tired of hearing about, they just didn't know. Look, nobody gets near these people without full background checks. Nobody gets to hang around with royals. You've got MI5, MI6, Secret Service, security guards, top level security everywhere surround these people, go everywhere with these people. We've already had the situation of Jimmy Savile. We've had Rolf Harris. We've had all the stories about Lord Mountbatten, allegedly, but actually there's a mountain of evidence against Lord Mountbatten. You've got Sir Peter Ball, look into Sir Peter Ball, and the fact that Charles campaigned openly writing public letters in defence of Sir Peter Ball. Look him up, prolific paedophile, who was also involved with somebody who was murdering children. And Charles was defending him. Epstein and Maxwell have been around the palace since the 80s. I mean, this excuse that, this all just happened, they just paid Virginia Giuffre millions because the Queen was in her 90s and nobody knew what was going on and they took advantage of her. This is just nonsense. Why are they paying off a random girl in America that's making false accusations that Andrew has said for years he never even met her, never set eyes on her? But now he's saying it was consensual. So he did set eyes on her then. That photograph wasn't a fake, after all. There's been an army of people saying that was fake photographs. Well, look, then they love to argue about, Virginia was 17, it's legal, it was consensual. Virginia Giuffre was trafficked from a very young age, starting way back. She was introduced to Andrew by a convicted paedophile. What I'd like to know is all these people that love to talk about Virginia Giuffre and say that she was a liar, he never met her, the photograph was fake. Then there's the other, army of people that love to talk about the fact that she was 17, it was legal, she was of age. Andrew said for years he'd never set eyes on her. He'd never met her. He was being set up. That photograph was fake. Now, apparently, he's saying it was consensual. So, if it was consensual, and all these people that love to make excuses for this, and of course it's Virginia that's a terrible person, if it was consensual, and if she was of age, why did they give her millions of pounds? Because there was nothing really to worry about, was there? Okay, it was a little bit of a scandal. It's not really appropriate for middle-aged men who are royal, who have got people bowing and curtsying to them and live in castles and mansions and spend millions and millions and millions of pounds and have servants and slaves and butlers and fly everywhere first class with an army of security. It's not really appropriate to be having sex with a 17-year-old. But why did they give her millions of pounds? And by the way, Jeffrey Epstein was already a convicted paedophile at this point when 17-year-old Virginia was introduced to Andrew. Why are you hanging around with a convicted paedophile anyway? Why are you being introduced and having consensual sex with a 17-year-old via an introduction of a convicted paedophile? And Virginia was trafficked. This idea that adults can't be trafficked, men are trafficked, grown women are trafficked. It doesn't matter if Virginia was 35. It's absolutely disgraceful that they always come down on the victims. This man has lied and lied and lied. And there was children at that island. There was babies, there was 6-year-olds, there was 8-year-olds. This argument all the time about consent. Oh, it's 16, 17, this grey area. It's all just a big smokescreen for all of this. And there is now headlines of torture, possibly murder, linked to Andrew. Now, this is allegedly, obviously, but it's in the Epstein emails. And it's headlines today in the UK that he was involved in a girl being tortured via electrocution. Why has he been released from prison immediately? And why do these commentators continue to make excuses for this? And if you go into the comment sections of any of these videos, it's just full of these royal sycophants that can't see in front of their own face. Do you honestly think that anyone gets near the royals without full background checks? You honestly think that his security team didn't know? Literally, Epstein's house in New York was like a brothel, and that's where Andrew was staying. This is a joke, people. Wake up. And they knew, the monarchy knew. And Charles knew. Charles, after the Queen died, rolling him and Sarah out again at Christmas. It's absolutely disgusting and it needs to be looked at. They can't get away with this any longer.